Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in for my video today. Today I'll be showing you my typical foundation routine, and it does change sometimes. I don't always use the same foundation, but this is just kind of like the general steps that I take when I want my foundation to really last all day and to keep the shine at bay because I have quite an oily face. So sometimes I use different foundations. I just recently bought the Revlon Whipped foundation, so we'll see how I end up liking that. But I made this video a couple of days ago, or the rest of this video a few days ago, so I didn't have it then, so I've just used the normal color stay. So I hope you get a few tips from this video, and thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye. So we're going to start the face routine today with my Urban Decay De-Slick Setting Spray. It just looks like this. It's supposed to be an oil control makeup setting spray, so I use this to keep the shine at bay. So I've already applied my moisturizer and let that sink in for a little while, although it's not working too well because I am so hot. So you have to shake this up quite a bit. I've heard so that the mattifying properties can kind of distribute through the product. Then you're just going to spray it on your face, if I can, just a couple of times. Whew. Ugh, and don't get it in your mouth. So you just kind of let that sit until it's all dried up. Next, I'm going to take my Cover FX Matte Foundation Primer and Anti-Acne Treatment Gel. It's probably not, I don't love it, like, I will be honest, I don't love this primer, but it's the best one that I've found so far, and I don't know, I find it hard to find a primer that I actually like. So I just take a little dot of that on the back of my hand, just a small dot. Then I kind of rub it between my fingers, dot it all over my face, and rub it all in. After I've applied my primer and let it sink in a little bit, I'm going to take this concealer by Tarte. It's the Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. This is in the color Light. I use this kind of before my foundation because I find that it acts more like a corrector because it has a bit of a peachy kind of pinky tone. So I use that. I just take a tiny dot, like literally that much. It's hardly anything. I just take a tiny bit on my finger, and I'm just going to dot that under the eye on both sides. And then I'm just going to very, very lightly, like I'm not hardly pulling at all, spread it over the under eye area. Be very gentle with the under eye area because otherwise you might get creasing later in life, shall we say. So that just kind of acts as the first step towards my dark circles because I find them pretty bad, even though the light might be washing me out of it and you might not notice. Or you might, who knows. So once you've kind of applied your concealer, just a bit of it, you're going to take your foundation, and I'm going to use today the Revlon Color Stay Foundation. This is in the color 150 Buff. I find the ivory is a bit too pink for me, so I don't like it that much. Okay, so you're going to take this. You're also going to take your brush, and I'm just using an EcoTools buffing brush. It has a flat top like this. Lots of times I use the Sephora number 45 mineral, I don't know, something to do with minerals, the brush. But that one is really dirty right now, so I need to clean it before but I wanted to really do this video, so I'm going to use the EcoTools brush because it also works quite well. I'm going to take the EcoTools brush and spritz it with a little bit of this De-Slick. You can also spritz it with water, but I just like to get it a little bit damp so that it spreads the foundation just a little bit easier. You're going to pour some of that foundation on the back of your hand, spread it out a little bit, and you're going to dip that kind of damp brush on here, and then I just kind of dot it in areas around my face. This might be too much foundation, but anyway. And then I just buff it in using circular motions, and using this motion really helps me get rid of any streak marks or anything like that that you can get from applying your foundation. Once you've buffed all that foundation in and let it kind of set for a couple of seconds or so, I'm going to take a concealer for the face just to conceal any blemishes that I have. Right now I really only have this one blemish over on this side, so I'm going to use my Boing Concealer by Benefit. This is in the color 1. And I'm just going to dab that on and around the slight blemish. And I'm dabbing, not swiping, because I don't want to wipe any of the product off. I just want to be able to use a little bit there to cover that up. I'll also apply a little bit of this around the nose area where I tend to get red. And around the nose, a little bit on the nose as well. Just a bit. I'm just using a very tiny amount here. And then I have a few little spots where I've had acne in the past and they've left a few dark marks, so we'll just cover those up as well. Using your ring finger and just patting that in. And then finally I need to conceal under my eye area. So again, I use the corrector. Now I'm going to put another concealer on top, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Dream Lumi, oh gross, okay, the Dream Lumi Touch Highlighting Concealer. This is in the color Radiant, which kind of has a pinky tone as well, which helps to brighten up the area. So I just put a few dots of that, kind of twist it up and just dot it on. I like getting that right in the corner. I feel like that really brightens up the eye. So once you have that, you're going to take, you can use your fingers if you want to. I prefer to use a brush like this one is the Airbrush Concealer Brush by Sephora. Kind of like a little mini Sephora number 45, actually. It's kind of like a mini kabuki brush, and it's really great for just lightly buffing in your under eye concealer. Like, that's all I did, and it's pretty much all blended in at this point. So it's a really handy brush to have. I mean, you can use your fingers and kind of use a patting motion, which, you know, also works pretty well, but I just find this is just so much easier. And then normally, just to make sure it's all kind of buffed in properly, I usually just kind of tap it with my finger. At this point, I'll want to use a powder just to mattify and set everything, because I do have kind of an oily face. So we're going to use today the Essence Mattifying Compact Powder. It's just in translucent. It's just a translucent pressed powder. But I like this one because it's very silky and it doesn't leave you with like a hugely chalky look on your face. But just take a powder puff, dab it in, and I just kind of dab that all over my face. Now, I know some people say not to use a lot of powder, and I do use kind of a fair bit of powder, but I find for me, otherwise, like, I put back shine where I need it, and I find that this doesn't get too cakey, and otherwise it just doesn't hold for me. I just kind of need that extra powder all over my face to be able to really get that sticky feel out of your foundation and get everything to set for the long haul. Once you've applied your powder, you can apply kind of blush, contour, those types of things. I'll just apply contour in this video because I feel like that's still a bit of a face kind of routine. So actually what I use, I have a few different contouring powders that I like to use, but one of my favorites is actually this CoverGirl Clean Normal Skin Pressed Powder Compact, and it's just in a few shades darker than my actual skin. This is actually in the color 160 Classic Tan, and it just looks like this. I just thought it's not too orange, like it's really perfect for someone with my coloring. So I'm going to take the MAC 109 brush, dab a little bit in there, tap it off. We're going to suck in our cheeks. And just kind of buff it in circular motions around the area, and a little bit up on the side of the face as well. Also get a little bit under the chin so your neck is not crazy white compared to the rest of you. At this point, you can apply kind of your highlighter, your blush, whatever you want. I'm not going to, because I'm going to film a video after this, and that kind of, my highlighting and blush kind of tends to change depending on what I'm using for my eye look or my lip look. So the contouring is kind of the one thing that doesn't really matter what color it is, like you just want the right contour for your face. So after you're done everything, you can do your eyebrows as well, or you can wait till after, like whatever you prefer. I take the De-Slick spray again, shake that up, and just give it a final spray on your face. Oh, it feels so refreshing. Ow! Anyway, so that's it for my face routine. I hope this helped you a little bit. This is really a long-lasting look with these products, and it really is a look that, or kind of a base that will last you a lot of the day, especially on my oily skin. I need something that's going to last me a long time. So I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for my next video soon. So thanks, bye!